not back.
Are we really back?
Ooh, I don't know. Are we back? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Are we here? Jen Human.
Is anybody out there?
You're my field
Just nod if you can
technical
hear me.
expert. Can you?
Bueller.
Hello.
I'm just a
Bueller.
figment of their imagination.
Yeah.
I'm just a
Okay.
pigment of your imagination.
I hate that color.
Thank you. So he says we look good. So sorry for the technical
You're lying.
difficulties.
Well, no.
About me.
Well, they'd be lying about me.
But we're all good, and they've been so sweet waiting for us.
So let's kick it.
So we are going to get going.
Right. Big.
So
Thank you.
everybody roll a 6-sided dice for me, please.
Except for me, or me too.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 1.
I've accidentally built a wall of glass.
Hey, I actually went through and listened to the last session today before coming
So what
here.
happened last
did
time,
I.
Zol?
So last time on the Spaniard's Ghost, a very special episode. It was the night of the dramatic challenges.
It was in
It
fact
was in
the night
fact
of
the night of
dramatic
dramatic
task.
challenges.
Yeah.
Dramatic tasks, exactly. So Kensington met up with his equivalent from the Tiger, and they had a romp that lasted basically all night.
There was much vigor involved.
There was much vigor involved. It was a very vigorous romp. And
My good friend Elliot was very busy.
Elliot was very busy. Yeah, he was very
Yeah.
busy getting busy.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Thank you, sir.
Damiana made her way to the Parrot Droppings bookstore run by Lucky
awesome.
Jack, the one-eyed, one-legged book-selling former pirate, and was able to find a book on anatomy that she didn't have and traded off books that we had confiscated, salvaged.
stolen.
Salvage.
And I went looking for a card game, and I found one, and I lost badly. And was almost accused of cheating, but then it was like, but you lost. Who cheats to lose? So they didn't really get mad at me, but they did steal from me. So then I went looking for a dice game, and I did much better at that.
Right.
But somebody saw me switch the dice. Somebody saw me switch the dice, and he confronted me back on the docks, tried to shake me down, and I wound up giving him 15 of my shake, Sonora. Wound up giving him 15 of my hard-won 50 pieces of 8 to shut him up and not have him call the guard.
Right.
And so I didn't have to shoot him. I mean, what? Meanwhile, a ship that we never actually got the name of, but is of approximately the same size as
It's the
ours.
Myrmidon.
The Myrmidon. Sorry, yes, the
yeah,
Myrmidon.
got it.
Yeah,
yes.
it was a tricky name.
Sorry, the Myrmidon came into port much worse for wear, having been accosted by a Spanish galleon, which probably was looking for us. I say probably because it was definitely looking for us, for having stolen specific charts and letters. So while Damiana patched up their crew, and I never actually got around to trying to patch up the ship.
Fixing their ship is going to take days.
Their ship?
And we have to fix up our ship too.
Yeah,
so.
that's what
Right.
I thought you were talking about.
But Kensington, Elliot Kensington, yes, did a wonderful job forging the charts that we stole and the letters that we stole with certain creative differences.
Right.
He made paper towns, essentially. Then there was... then the secretary of Ms. Allegra Venable...
Lurch.
Lurch, yes, Lurch. I
Yep.
was trying to remember his name.
Yeah.
Came... I know, right?
I know.
Sorry, Sean. Came up and said, Miss Venable is looking for
Venable.
ya, and would like to speak to you. And it was non-specific as to whether it was speak to you two,
Or you.
because you two were the ones talking to her before, or it was all of us.
I figure we'll ask him. He's still there.
I figured we're going to send the cabin boy.
Maybe.
No, we don't need to insult her.
Yeah.
All right, we'll send Kensington
Yeah.
with the
So
cabin boy.
explain to me, though.
Explain to you.
Explain to me.
Let me sum
The
up.
forgeries.
The forgeries. So the idea was we're going to keep the originals.
This was about the messages we intercepted.
The charts and
Okay.
messages and letters that we found
I got
under perfectly legitimate salvage operations.
Yes.
That
Yeah. It just happened to be occupied at the time.
yeah, exactly right.
But he was occupied at the time.
He
so
was
it's counting.
absolutely occupied.
Boom.
There was a lot of that. Boom, boom, boom.
It's the love boat.
So Kensington, who is a master forger from a previous
Yeah.
life, we're all a bunch of criminals. What the hell?
I'm not.
Managed to make a copy of the chart that looks legit, but with errors in it, so that it doesn't point the correct direction to the archipelago of 13 islands
that's what he
that
forged.
would
Okay.
belonged
Yeah.
to the captain
Okay.
of the Spaniard's ghost.
Okay.
That's who the
Because-
chart originally belonged to, we
Okay.
think.
No, absolutely, because there was.
Well, it had his name on it, but
Yeah. Was that
it's
the?
entirely possible that it didn't originally belong to him, but
Yeah.
most famously belonged to him.
Yeah. I thought because we also did we not intercept communication about
we had-
an impending
Yes, we had
attack.
forged.
Yeah.
We had
Yes.
copied and/or
Yeah.
forged those already. We wanted to. We wanted to get a misinformation into the Spanish hands and
Right.
give an accurate copy to the English, so that the war would not be warlike.
I'm not
because that's just
entirely
bad
sure
for
why
business.
it is we're helping the English, but
It's bad
It's
for
bad for
business.
business.
If they're aggressively
Yeah.
fighting, they bring in better armed ships.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and then the cliffhanger was the request to meet with Ms. Allegra.
Yes.
Right. So I am curious about something.
Yes, indeed.
Would you be so kind as to tell us what Sida's been up to since you got into port?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were mysteriously
I wasn't
unseen
I was.
through that. night.
No, Zaida was. You probably noticed when she showed up on the ship. In fact, maybe she kind of shows up on the ship as Lurch is walking up the what the heck, the gangplank or whatever, or was
Gangway.
he just yeah?
I think
side.
he requested
Gangway.
permission to come aboard.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
remember
It was
Elliot looked
granted.
over the side and was like, "Yo, who's there?" And it was Lurch, and so she's walking up the gangway, kind of as that is going on, and you may notice that she has new art, additional art, like on her
Like carried under her
face.
arm.
No, on her face.
Oh, okay.
So she has had some
ink?
additional ink.
So she's had some work
added.
done.
She has had some work done. Yeah. And she might look
But
a
not her
little
calves.
bit like, I think as my grandma used to say, like what the cat drug in. So she's had a good night, possibly. It
Is
looks like it was good. She's in a good mood.
Is she walking as bow-legged as Kensington is this morning?
No.
Did she
No.
need a salve from Damiana, that, like the one or a hangover cure like Damiana
No, in fact,
provided
I think
for
she
pretty much
looks
everybody?
like she looks like she got the whole bedhead thing going, so she's a little messier than usual.
JBF hair.
And the whole bedhead thing, and she is possibly even singing a little tune, a little French tune that if you pay attention, you might have noticed that she occasionally will hum or sing this song.
A better tune than that.
Okay.
It's a better tune. It's a there's a song called C'est l'air that I'm picturing. That's kind of a
Je ne le
French
sais dire.
pop song from like the
Oh, okay.
60s, yo. So there she is. So she's back.
In this case, the 1660s.
Yeah, exactly. It was the 1660s.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, Mistress Venable's
Yeah.
factor, who is commonly referred to as Lurch, you can decide for yourselves why. He's a rather big fellow, though. He's
Tall man.
tall fellow. Has invited you to come have words with Mistress Venable. She would like to speak with you.
Is this a please come have tea with me? Is this a welcome to my parlor, said the spider to the fly? Is this a we need to talk? I mean, what what is there a
He just said she needed to have tea with us.
She wanted to speak with you.
Do we know her enough
Who's-
to have an indication of what that would mean?
That's probably not a good
Sir,
thing.
Okay.
who's you? All of us? Elliot?
Yes, all of you.
like the
To what
the
do we
entire
owe-
crew?
To,
No. The four of you.
to what do we owe this pleasure?
Oh, I think
Oh, no. Sorry, guys. We got
Sorry, guys. Because of strong winds and
Yeah.
7 different fires in Southern California right now, we're getting emergency
Yeah.
alerts.
Everybody stay safe if you're in SoCal, and air quality is horrible, so
Yeah.
be careful.
There, I'm turning off.
Yeah. And we are still having it. Hopefully the video's okay, but it's been kind of popping in and out a little bit, so.
strong winds might explain why we had so
In-
much trouble getting started.
In case
Yeah.
you haven't been watching the news, Southern California is once again on fire.
On fire.
Yeah.
Again.
'Tis the season.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
That's the problem.
It's like-
it's not. The
it's not
season
the
is
season.
2 months ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
True.
And when
But
the rains
winds are
do
late, aren't they?
Yeah.
when the rains do show up in like January, February, there's going to be nothing
they
to hold
show
it back,
up.
and then they're going to be just
Yeah, half the state's going to fall off in the ocean.
mudslides. Yeah, exactly.
So, it's been nice knowing you.
So what do we owe this honor?
Mistress Venable did not see fit to elaborate to me.
What time of day is it right now?
Morning.
It's
Morning.
morning.
It's
Yeah.
getting on towards morning.
Like
I would guess it's dawnish.
So do we have a scheduled meeting? Is this dinner?
At
Dinner
your-
and drinks, perhaps?
as soon as possible.
We do have to stay to the ship, unless, you've got someone that could help us with that, because,
nobody touches the ship.
nobody touches the ship.
This is not my rule. That's the carpenter's
Yeah,
rule.
the carpenter's rule. No one
I
touches the
don't
ship.
know the
We've got
carpenter's
ship
name.
repairs.
So. Does the carpenter have a name?
Nobody needs one.
I thought, did somebody?
No, somebody
No.
bought in to be the assistant.
Oh, okay.
Assistant cook, but nobody bought in to be the carpenter.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
have an- I have an
eventually,
assistant cook
hopefully,
that will
I'll
feed
be
everybody
promoted,
else.
but he pretty much has to leave the ship one way or another for me to be promoted.
Mistress Venable, as sweet as she is, I'm sure she wouldn't mind waiting for us. Just a tad.
Mistress Venable does not like to be kept waiting.
Surely she wouldn't mind waiting for us just a bit. Tell her we'll be there shortly.
Shall I tell her you will be there by midday?
Sure. That sounds good. Does midday sound good?
That
I don't
works
think
for
we have
me.
anything going on
I can get
midday.
breakfast done and get a quick nap. I didn't sleep
Yeah.
much last night.
Me either.
I think yours was more enjoyable.
She smiles. Indeed. Though we are ever curious about what Mistress Venable would want of us, we'll be there as soon as possible.
I shall tell her so. And he departs.
Excellent.
And he departs.
Because it doesn't sound like many of us got sleep. Because I imagine,
For various different reasons.
yeah, for various and sundry reasons.
The carpenter is simply known as Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Okay.
Okay. I can work with that.
If he has another name, and
He's
which of his names that is, nobody knows.
I don't ask. And he doesn't ask me what I did before I
Has-
got on ship. And it works out fine that way.
Has the captain said if we need to set sail soon? where we're going?
Well, we might need to. You saw the Myrmidon.
We need to.
There's a Spanish attack. Looking for a chart.
We saw the Spanish. Was it a man of war?
Mhm.
We saw.
We got out of
Was
their
it
way.
the same ship?
If it wasn't, then we have even bigger problems.
Yeah, I would imagine the captain will want us to
But
pull anchor and head out to sea as soon as
Strangely
possible.
enough, the captain has been rather mum on the subject.
we weren't on ship to hear him say anything.
This is true.
Oh, I was. Well, for some of it. I did speak with.
What was the cabin boy's name?
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. I can't remember Dave's
What was
character's
Dave's
name.
character's name?
Chat room, help us out. What was Dave's
I
character
know.
name?
Jonathan Wilkins.
Jonathan
Thank you,
Wilkins.
Jonathan
okay.
Wilkins. Thank you.
I did speak with.
I know what I put on the character sheet that when I sent it to him.
Gotcha. But
What is it?
Jonathan Wilkins.
Okay.
because it's not Winters, okay.
No. The name on the character sheet is Mr. Smee.
Of course it is.
It is.
It's me.
Wilkins.
It's me.
Wilkins.
I did speak with Mr. Wilkins, and he didn't have anything from the captain.
Did you tell him about the Myrmidon?
Oh, he saw.
Okay.
It's just over there.
But no news.
Not from Captain Black.
Which way did he say which way his coat was floating?
It didn't come up.
Wilkins. Wilkins!
Hi, Mom.
So, Captain wants us to set sail, no doubt. Based on
His coat was listing seaward.
excellent.
We're not quite ready to be seaworthy.
We've ordered the supplies. They're not all on yet.
We have not yet completed our resupply, and we have we're precious low on things like powder and shot.
Have they been ordered?
Aye,
Yes, they have.
Yes.
I remember that.
ordered but not loaded.
Yeah, we've done the ordering. We expect
Wagons are actually dropping things off periodically on the dock by the ship.
It takes a while because
Yeah, it takes a while. You won't be
We won't be going underway.
reprovisioned until tomorrow.
yeah, we will not be underway today. That's not going to happen.
But-
Because, like you said, we've
but-
got repairs to make. So.
Right, with the caveat that you have been summoned to talk to Mistress Venable. We can jump forward.
Oh no, I didn't want to jump forward. That was specifically why I was like, yeah, no. The sundial says it's like
The sundial says
8:30.
no.
The sundial says no. The condition of the ship says no. Well, you were out last night. Did anyone hear any news of the town? Which she could possibly be.
Heard no news of the town.
Would somebody like to give me a streetwise roll to
Sure.
see if you have heard something?
Sure,
I will
do that.
allow
I have
one of you
streetwise.
to make a streetwise roll.
Oh, probably not.
Only one.
I
Probably
have
not me.
streetwise.
I
I'm
have-
actually
And you
I
would
got a
make
trained
sense.
in it.
+2 in it. What
You
do
get a
have
plus
in
2.
it?
I just a D4.
I got a D4 +2.
Well, that's better than
if
what I've got.
that's okay.
That is better than what I have.
Okay.
Okay.
I was busy dealing with drunk gamblers, so
I was
Okay.
making up the butcher's bill for the Myrmidon.
I'm gonna do this dilly bobber.
Don't forget your wild die.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to decide if this is worthy of being a wild die. It is. No, you're good. You're good. Okay.
that's a 4.
Yeah, so I got a 6.
No, you got a. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we-
yeah,
right.
+2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's not an 8, so it's still like a 4. So
All right.
yeah.
The town tends to follow the emotional state of Mistress Venable, and the town is very up in arms about this attack on the Myrmidon.
Okay.
Okay. Ships do not attack your ships. Your ships attack other ships. That's how it works.
This is the
Natural
order
order.
of things.
That is the order of things. Now it is not unheard of for a pirate ship to be attacked by, British naval vessels, Spanish naval vessels,
Which is what happened.
which is what happened. But it is generally the case that your ships, being a bit smaller generally than the ships of the line sent out by the navies, tend to be a little faster and a bit more maneuverable.
What is the Myrmidon's reputation?
The Myrmidon's reputation is as a fighter.
Okay.
And
But they're also privateers.
Well, no, they're it's a pirate ship.
Okay.
But
privateers.
they have been
Wink.
We have no letters in mark.
they have been
It's true.
and
Well,
more
or
than
do we?
once they have been in fights where they were outnumbered, where they were outgunned.
Outmanned.
Plan. Chicka-bow.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The schedule got switched around last week and this week because we went to see Hamilton for her birthday.
All the hearts. I've
Yep.
seen it
so good.
a couple
He's
times.
wearing
so
the shirt.
far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is so good.
It is in fact really that good. But the Myrmidon,
They're fighters.
Yes.
They're
Uh-oh.
also
Oh, no.
they're fire
He's making
fighters.
notes.
Yeah, I almost was trying to read your notes, but I'm sorry, I'm really not.
You're sorry you didn't?
Actually, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't, because I went. It's just that reflexive. Somebody's writing. Somebody's writing.
With a pen. How strange.
Yeah.
I think it's a pencil.
Gina's character dies if she fails a dice roll.
Sails fall. Everyone dies.
Yeah.
no, I just decided that the captain of the Myrmidon is Hercules Mulligan.
There you go.
Because
But
you knock him down, he gets the fuck back up again.
that's right. Just in time to hear your mama say, "Come again."
I should have worn my shirt. I almost did. My Hercules.
Hercules.
Hercules. Not the same movie.
Hercule.
Anyway, the Myrmidon has a reputation for going into fights against superior forces and coming out victorious.
Good on it.
So for it to come limping back into port, battered like this, not a good sign.
They describe the Spanish ship that hit them.
Yes, and it was
It was a man of war.
It was a Spanish man of war, very clearly a man of war, and by the description, it was the same one that you
Okay.
saw
Ship of the
at
line.
a distance. It was a
Well, good that we kept our distance.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But
However,
it was looking for a chart.
And it was looking for a ship approximately the same size and shape as ours, which is why it
the Myrmidon
found-
is the same type of ship as
because we took
As the Siren.
took the cargo, we did not take the ship as a prize. We left them their
Correct,
ship, and
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
we're good like that.
Yeah.
We're stupid.
Damn it. Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay.
And we told them our captain's name.
Oh, yeah, as you do.
Oopsie.
We didn't tell them our names.
Very
No.
good. Well,
I don't know.
I didn't.
No, he would have. Here's the deal, though. So if they're okay, I'm sorry, character. They're looking for a chart. They've spoken to
That's
Captain.
why we have
your
the-
good friend.
That's why we had the duplicate made.
Absolutely, but he didn't give him the name of the ship.
apparently not.
No.
Based
Interesting.
on what I gathered while stitching people's limbs shut, they did not know the name of the ship they sought.
That's a new turn of phrase I haven't heard before. What was that?
I went over.
Stitching people's limbs shut.
Oh, that's disappointing.
No,
Okay.
no. it was a disappointing evening if that is what I had been seeking.
Okay.
No, I know in personal detail the butcher's bill for the Myrmidon. They will be looking for quite a bit of new crew,
Okay.
and including a new doctor. That was part of why they were in such bad shape when they finally reached port.
It's interesting, though, that he would not have. I mean, clearly they saw who.
But according
Who we
to
were.
those I was helping, our name, our ship's name, our captain's name were not things they asked for. They were only looking for their papers and believed they had the right ship.
Perhaps as they were talking to the ship's captain, you fucked enough of his brains out that he couldn't understand.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's also possible the people who gave me this information were not the ones that the Spaniard spoke with. They weren't exactly wearing their rank on their chest. It was more like, oh God, the gaping holes. Infected wounds smell terrible, especially when there's
They
so
took
many.
shots at us, though. The Dutch ship.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah, we took damage.
We did spyglass. I'm certain that their ship was a little. They outclassed us a bit, did they not? Were they not 3-mast or something? Or?
So are we.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
It,
thought they were a bit.
it is
There,
possible.
okay. You had the same number of masts as the
Okay.
Dutch merchant ship.
Okay.
The Dutch merchant ship is broader of beam
They had.
and is not as
cannons.
fast
Okay.
as
And
you.
probably fewer
My
or
point-
And fewer
smaller
guns.
cannon.
My point
And
is. Oh, I thought they had more guns than us.
and less well trained gunners.
So are we saying they were blind also? Because we boarded them.
The-
They don't know the name of the ship, the name of the captain. I think we're grateful for whatever role you played in that, Damiana.
I will express my gratitude to their captain should we ever cross paths with him.
Because they clearly did not send them directly in our way.
But they might have seen us when we were heading towards port, which is why they knew to come in this general direction. Leaving might be tricky if they're looking for us. All the more reason to see Mistress Venable. She might have more information on what happened to the Myrmidon.
That's true.
It
Elliot,
does seem like it does seem as if the meeting with Miss Venable is not one we can very easily get out of.
I turned to because I said Elliot, and there's no Elliot.
There's an empty space where
Yeah.
Elliot usually stands.
Little dotted lines.
There's an Elliot-shaped hole in the air.
Did we delay the meeting then for a few bells?
Mm-hmm.
Wake me when you're ready to go.
Will do. Is there anything we can do to speed?
I can
The repair of the ship?
I have to take a look first.
You can throw money at it, or you can throw dice at it.
I can throw dice at it. I'm
Throw dice at it.
this is what I designed the character to be able to do. So
Yay!
I don't know. We've seen how well your character
So
rolls
this is
dice.
going to be a dramatic task.
no, really?
Uh-oh. Because we like dramatic tasks.
Apparently.
And this will be a
Oh,
five-round.
there's my character.
This will be a 5-round dramatic task
Okay, give me a second. I
that
need
you
to
will
look something
use repair for.
up. Yes, I need to look something up real quick.
Okay.
Oh, you have a shiny mirror?
Chaw!
I have an edge that specifically is meant to help me with this thing, and I need to check the exact way that it helps. Because I have the shipwright edge.
Ooh.
As opposed to ship wrong edge.
Yes.
That one's dull. Oh, wait. He's dull. Uh-oh.
Okay, so, yes. I can repair damage to the ship without taking it to dry dock.
Okay.
Repairing each wound requires a successful repair roll. Takes 1d4 days.
Ugh.
Each wound takes 1d4
Before
days. It also requires timber to the value of 5 times the ship's base toughness, which is, I don't know. I think I have it written down somewhere, but
Continue reading.
Yes.
Continue reading.
So we can do this without a dramatic task.
Critical
with
wounds
money,
have
right?
a penalty, but
Right,
critical repairs cannot be made at sea. Ship must be beached.
right. And you have
I don't.
one-
We have no critical wounds.
No.
But if it's going to take two
Well-
D4 days to repair the ship,
Roll low.
An extra ration of grog to the men who can get us there faster. Said every woman. Never. But I'm saying it now. Lads, do you? Sorry.
wait, we didn't get our bennies to give other people.
Oh,
He might not trust us with that responsibility anymore.
We
'Cause I would
barely
like-
used them. So
I'm trying to help him so that if I can give him a bonus or something,
Right. I'm with
especially
you.
if you're not doing the.
thank you.
okay. So,
If I hadn't given you one, I would have.
Oh, thank you.
so what you're trying to do is encourage the crew.
Yeah.
So,
She is the bosun.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I am doing it to in a carrot way versus
Right,
a stick
right,
way.
right.
And
That's
I'm
part of the
in-
glory of our
yeah.
ship.
Let us make with some persuasion.
Oh, okay. And that's when I'm going to give him a bonus when I
Hopefully.
succeed with my
When you
persuasion?
succeed with your persuasion,
Okay.
you
Yes,
will you will
please.
give him a bonus.
Succeed with the
You'll
persuasion.
give him plus one
please.
for every success you get,
Okay, so I have knowledge.
up to a maximum of plus 2.
Okay. Well, let's see.
That's an exploding 4.
That's an exploding 4. I also have pluses on.
It's a 7 total.
So it'd be a 9.
Okay,
so
so-
that'd be a plus 2.
So it's plus 2.
Okay, cool. Which is all
on
we
your
can
repair
have.
roll.
So let's
Okay.
do that thing.
I have
Cool.
knowledge ship design and knowledge carpentry. Which
Oh.
now do either of those aid my repair roll?
You would ordinarily make this repair roll at minus however many wounds the ship has. It's like much like a healing roll.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure that knowledge is really going to help you do the physical repair.
Okay. It may help when I'm trying to improve the ship.
It would help when you're trying to improve the ship.
Okay. I know I had to take knowledge. I think knowledge ship design or knowledge carpentry, one of the two, specifically to get the shipwright edge.
Yeah.
So that's why I took it. But
Yeah. No, that's and you're
right.
already at plus 2 for this roll, so you are technically at a flat roll because you have the ship has 2 wounds.
Right. Okay. So I'm at a flat roll and I'm using a D10. So for my repair,
Okay.
that exploded.
Nice.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
And
plus
flat roll.
2.
No, that's a flat roll. 10. So that's 2 successes.
You would have been minus 2.
That's
Minus 2
suc-
for the wounds.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It-
Okay.
Your
No, that's
help
cool.
offset the wound penalties.
Gotcha.
Right.
So it's a flat 10.
So that's
That's
2
still
successes.
That's 2 successes.
So now we have to determine how long it's going to take to repair the ship.
Okay.
And so it's 2d4. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Because you got 2 successes on your
Repair roll.
repair roll, this is d4 minus 1 for each one.
Okay.
It's going to be d minus 1 day.
Should I roll them one
Would
at a
you?
time or both at the same time?
I have one question before, just out of curiosity. I did not. I had issues with my character sheet, so I didn't level. Would you allow me to take common bond right now for my?
If
My-
that's what you
my
want to take as your advance.
I'll take
However,
it.
I will say that if you take it right now and you use it, you cannot change it later.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because usually I'm
What
pretty.
is common bond?
Allows you to give bennies to other
Oh,
players.
cool. Yes, that's a good one to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ordinarily, I'm pretty flexible about if you've taken an advance and you've lived with it for a couple of weeks
And you don't use it.
and you don't
Yeah.
use it or something and it's just not working for you, I'll let you change it.
Right.
But in this case, because of the circumstance,
Yeah.
I'm going to say if you do that, that's fine. You can't change it later.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable? Okay.
It's also a good one to have, though.
No,
just
it
in
it
general.
is. I hadn't taken
I don't
it.
expect you'll want to change it.
No, I hadn't taken it before because our quartermaster
tell-
was sort of, but why not?
Yeah.
So bosun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now go.
We had the confusion getting started with the recording issue. Did you tell our lovely listeners the change to the help a player?
I have not. I have not. Thank you for reminding me.
Thank you. It's on the recording, not on the stream.
So, instead of being a Benny, when a listener gives you a help a player, you can bump a die type by one die type. So if you have a D6 in something, and for this, and you use a help a player, you can bump that die to a D8 for that die roll.
It's like you
Just
got
that one die
buffed,
roll.
basically.
Basically, like
Yeah.
you got buffed for
That's
that
pretty
die
awesome.
roll.
For one die
Because
roll.
bennies are
But-
hefty otherwise in this game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty
And
awesome.
because we
though.
play short sessions,
Yeah.
sometimes we have a hard time using bennies.
I didn't.
Because I also heard you say
God, I went
anything
to
more
all
than
of it.
3 is going to be spoilt.
Yes.
When we
Exactly.
okay.
Yes.
God, good damn.
We don't get
as
to
Luke
keep
would
our
say.
bennies. We don't get to keep
Okay.
our bennies across. Okay, so
Okay.
should I roll these at the same time or one at a time?
These are separate rolls, so I think you need to roll them one at a time.
Yeah. Do it.
Do it.
You got it.
Do it slowly.
X card, X card. Where's the dead die that I'm
You
looking
have a
for?
D4 right there.
I know. I want a specific one.
Oh, do you want a pretty one?
No, I don't have any pretty ones. I want the good one.
Now I know what to get you for Christmas.
There it is. Okay.
You need pretty dice.
Okay. Here we go.
Pink ones.
Purple with sparkles.
I'll be okay with that.
I was.
They would match.
I would looked everywhere for pink dice with sparkles. because
One.
I needed them.
-1.
-1. I got a 0 for the number of days to
Okay, minimum is 1.
God damn it.
So,
But that's
no,
a good die.
But no, that's fine. So that repair is gonna take 1 day to fix.
Ah, I'm
Right.
stuck.
Roll again for the next one.
You know.
That was going to take 2 days.
Okay, so your total repair time is going to be 3 days.
Okay. Wait, we had to add them together?
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah, it was
concurrent?
per
Okay.
wound. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
D4 plus it's D4
Okay.
per wound. So it's going to take 3 days to fix the ship. However,
Ah,
3 days.
because of your shipwright edge, you can fix the ship while you're underway.
Ah,
true.
Okay.
Let's fix the things below the waterline first while we're still in dock, if there is anything, and then anything that's near the waterline, and then if there's problems with the masts, no. Anything wrong with the rudder? Fix that.
It's fine. Basically,
Yeah.
you can get underway.
Prioritizing.
You can get underway once the ship is loaded.
Is there still scotch? Just asking.
I don't have. I
Oh,
don't.
I thought it was there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
There's a wee dram of bourbon.
I could smell it.
A wee dram.
Bourbon.
But yeah, no, I mean, because I'm essentially if this were a sci-fi game, I would be the ship engineer. So no, thank you.
You cannot change the laws of physics.
I cannot change the laws of physics. Wait, I'm supposed to be Welsh. Don't screw up my Welsh is hard enough as it is. I'm playing as Scott in one of my other games too.
Saida
so-
mostly has an accent when she says her name, which is for real. No, it's
You ever notice that's how NPR radio announcers are?
Yes.
They'll have a perfectly neutral
Yes.
accent right up until they say their name.
Manuel
Yeah.
Lopez, 89.3. KPCC.
there's a reason for that though in character. So there's a reason.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah,
all right.
reasons.
Reasons.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Because reasons.
interesting. Now we must find out. So anyway, you can get the ship underway.
Okay. But it's going to be at least a day.
It's going to take at least
Okay.
1 day.
If
But we
nothing
also have
else,
to load.
yeah, it's going to take a day to load. We can be repairing while we load, but yeah.
Right. Now, if I was feeling mean about it, I could say that you'd be using the same crewman to load the ship as to repair the ship, and that would add a day to it. But
At a certain point, too many carpenters in one area, they just get in each other's way. I mean, probably 2, 3 to
right,
yeah.
Right, but still, you've got laborers. They've got to move stuff. They've got to carry
but
stuff.
we've got
and
22
whatnot.
souls minus
So,
the.
but I want to see what's going to
officers.
happen with this meeting with Mistress Venable first, before
Yeah, I figured you wanted to take us that way.
unless you're going to try to run and avoid it.
I don't think that would be wise. I'm sorry. I do not think
No,
that
no,
would be
no.
wise.
No, not at all. I don't think it would have. I don't think it would hurt.
I think we would like to
wait-
keep this as
wait
a
a bit.
friendly port.
She might have
Sure.
information for us that would help.
Elliot may not be able to
Is there
attend.
any particular reason why?
And he really
We
is
wish-
the prettiest one. Elliot. No offense.
No,
You're
no,
gorgeous.
I have personality.
Yes. But
She's got bum person.
his
Sorry.
lordship has retired
No,
to
it
his
says so
bunk
right there.
for some well-earned rest after his,
You mean we can't wake him up?
after his athletic.
Amiable encounter.
Endeavor.
His amiable encounter.
Oh, it was more than amiable. Let me tell you. I saw the look on his face. He needs sleep.
We heard he has a sense of rhythm.
Oh, I heard that very well.
Yeah.
Was it right above my head?
Yeah. Tight trousers don't leave him much for imagination.
Some
could
men were,
see his sense of
Some men
rhythm.
were born lucky. What was he born? A tripod.
Yeah. So
So right
So-
now you've got crewmen loading stuff on the ship
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine to go without him, though.
and securing.
Go on my lunch break.
Without our pretty face, persuasive, awesome
Could never be a problem.
quartermaster.
Could never be a problem.
No, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be great.
It'll be fine. He's in the chat room. It'll be fine.
Wait, that means he's not caroling.
Well, we knew he was
No, I'm
actually
sure
going to
he
get home
just
basically in
Oh,
time
yeah, right.
for at the beginning of the show or
Right,
shortly
yeah.
thereafter, but
Right.
he wouldn't be able to get here.
Oh, no, not from where he lives, no.
Right,
Not through that traffic today.
No.
right.
Not with the 405 closed.
Well, he
So
wouldn't be
you
taking
are
it.
missed, Elliot Kensington.
Yes.
Yes, but our aim is improving.
He said damn straight. I don't know what that means. I have no idea.
He doesn't like straight
Yeah.
things. That's
When,
what
when
that
he
means.
when he gets to an intersection and he doesn't want to turn left and he doesn't want to turn right, he doesn't go straight. He goes gaily forward.
Well, and as Jen Human said, we most of us need some sleep, except for Dole,
Who's dull?
Who's dull.
So
yeah,
he
no,
didn't
you-
get any.
Yeah, well, you did. You
I got
you got cash on the
paid.
dollar.
Yeah.
They got laid. I got paid.
Yeah. So there you go. I'm not going to get sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to help
Okay.
rally
Right.
the men and see what we need to do if we can
Rally the guys, master
rally
the art of
guys.
surprise.
Yeah. Master the art of
Yeah,
surprise.
Damiana's going to get herself an
I
hour
know.
or two of
It's
sleep.
not going to stop.
It's,
Okay.
it's not.
I will wake you when it is time. Yeah. Is there anything we need to do?
Well, we're getting the
To
ship loaded.
speed- Okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting the ship loaded.
Getting the ship loaded, getting the ship prepared. There's the sound of carpentry going on.
Yeah. The men are whistling while they work.
Oh no, they don't.
Because we are the siren song, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
And it's
they're-
not enough to make it functional.
No, it has to be
The siren
seaworthy.
song must be lovely.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
because
she's
Captain-
a beauty.
Captain Black would have nothing less.
We have one
Yeah.
guy who on the carpenter's crew.
Yeah.
It's not me, whose sole job it is to make sure that the figurehead looks
Is properly
perfect.
painted at all
Polished.
Not just painted, because
waxed.
the
Yeah.
figurehead is wood and it
Yeah.
could get
It's-
hit by a,
yeah.
a stray shot,
Yeah.
and it's his job to make sure that
Yeah.
it gets fixed.
Actually, we should have like a doof warrior that just kind of propels around the masthead, or not the figurehead, and then just has to take the shot for it. And then plays like, I don't know, what's the hand harp thing called? The little harp.
A liar.
A liar.
Yeah, the lyre. That's what. So, because not a guitar, but well, it could be a mandolin.
Flaming bagpipes.
Flaming mandolin, bagpipes, something. You can get a schwadron.
Hey, they got to be good for something.
All the things. That's why I picked them. That's not at all.
It's okay, they're
what
not
I
watching.
meant. No, but I'm
true.
serious. I picked them because how awesome would it be to have a Stephen Schwadron with
with a mandolin.
Yeah.
New crewman. Steven Schwadron.
No, they're twins. We gotta have twins.
Okay.
So what does Philip do then? Oh wait,
As little as possible.
how about he's the one
This is inside baseball.
Oh, yeah.
who paints
Yeah.
the rest of the ship?
I do.
Steven and Phil Schwadron, figurehead protectors.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They
You
have
have to
to.
tell
They
Stu
polish
this.
they polish all the stuff and
They
they.
polish the
Yeah.
knobs.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to
No,
say.
see, and I skipped that. That was low hanging fruit. brother.
Yeah, it was.
There you go.
Sometimes you just have to jump up and flick that with your finger. Low-hanging fruit.
Okay, anyway, so we're just gonna, the work has been done, stuff is happening, it's probably time. I look at
Yeah.
non-existent wristwatch, I look in the sky,
Yeah.
it's time.
It is almost midday.
Yeah, I'm gonna
They
go,
do have
wait,
pocket watches.
dumb
They
Hannah.
exist.
oh, it's
Mechanical watches existed.
true. That's right, we're not cavemen.
This is how you tell.
Fucking
This is how you tell
barbarians.
longitude is
Yeah.
with a watch.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I want a pocket watch. Totally want a pocket watch.
Okay.
I
they're,
do.
they're about that big, but you can.
Yeah,
you can have
no,
them.
I totally, yeah, I want a pocket watch. That's cool. I got like this.
really
Okay.
fancy.
Would you like
one.
to spend cash on that, or would you like to spend a penny on that?
I'll spend a penny on that. I'd spend cash on it.
What is the
Either one.
special thing about?
No. Oh, this pocket watch.
What is the special thing about your pocket watch?
It is okay. If we were doing PBTA and when I had to assign a word to it, it is. It's either going to be expensive, or no. I think it's. What's a good word for a watch to be like artistic
Sturdy.
or crafts?
Oh,
It's like
artisan.
Swiss.
Artisan.
It's an artisanal.
Actually,
it's an artisanal pocket watch.
The
Yeah.
really
It's
really
an
good ones from
iWatch
this.
3.
The really good ones from this time are from Nuremberg.
But it's
And they're egg-shaped.
It's
So,
it's
but-
fantastic craftsmanship.
Right, I
because
got that.
It reminds her of her father's watch.
Right. I'm hip with that.
Okay.
The question I have though is, where did you get it?
In some sort of protocol, that it was one of the things when she became like a free crewman, that she, when with her wages, she would go into town and look to buy this particular item.
Okay.
And so it was not with a vengeance, but definitely an active sort of perusal of any sort of jewelers or shops or pawn shops or that type of thing, where she always kind of kept her eye open for it.
Okay.
And when she saw one that she felt was just like her father's watch, and I forget what the age of my character is. She's young.
Could it be your father's watch?
It absolutely could be. It could be. I figure, given her circumstances, it would not have been his. Like, she would not have had his watch. For
Well, I'm
all
wondering
that
if maybe
time.
she actually somehow
that she
found his
could-
watch
Yeah,
in
yeah, in a port or something.
in
Absolutely.
port. She actually found his
yeah,
watch.
if you're okay with that, that's
I
definitely
am good
fine
with
by me.
You
Okay.
spent a penny for it.
You spent a penny
True.
for it. You deserve it.
It's what she wanted.
Can I have a broken watch?
Sure.
It's dented. The case is dented.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't work. And the dent is surprisingly bullet shaped.
I figured it was.
Oh, fascinating.
But yeah, it doesn't work.
The watch does not work.
Yep.
It has a dented case with a bullet-shaped dent in the case, and inscribed underneath the dent is the word "lucky."
That's fantastic.
Yes, because it's part of a longer inscription.
Uh-huh.
It says, "I'm lucky to have found you," and it's from Theodore to Adelaide.
Sounds good. I like it. I like it.
From Theodore to Adelaide.
From Theodore to Adelaide, not the other way around. From Theodore to Adelaide, and yeah, and my name is very much neither of those things.
The watch. Okay, I'm gonna mess up your name. Awesome, Coranthark. Coranthark. The watch tells what time Dole should have died.
Pretty much.
It is. It's like
Pretty
it's
much,
What,
yeah.
so
the
what
whole rate
time
2 times
is
a
the
day.
watch stuck on?
10:35.
That's awesome.
10:35. It's stuck on
Awesome.
10:35. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
I love it.
which very few people watching this are going to get, but a few might. So
Well, and Jen Human was saying that maybe Saida does not. She thinks it looks like her father's watch. She doesn't necessarily realize it is her father's watch.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love
there's
that.
like maybe even an inscription on it, but because it doesn't have a name and she didn't really know what
it's so
the-
worn
Right, it
down.
reminds you of
Yeah.
it reminds her of her
Yeah.
father's watch, but she does not know that it actually
Yeah,
is
I
her father's
really
watch.
like that. Yeah,
I love that idea.
yeah, but
that-
she treasures it.
Right, that's actually where my head went with that.
Cool.
I
like
love it.
that too. Thanks for the suggestion.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I
Sorry,
love
do
that.
I have
Yeah.
to spend cash or Benny for that watch that doesn't work?
If he does, I'll spend it.
No, I got it. I got in a gambling game. Funny enough, when I won it, it worked. By the end of the game, it didn't.
Fair enough.
Funny enough.
I'm going to go with no,
Okay.
but with no, you don't have to spend
Okay.
a penny on it because
Or cash. I have cash.
or cash. But we might we might weave it into the story at some point. Okay?
To Theodore from Adelaide.
To Theodore from Adelaide.
I'm lucky to have found you. Lucky.
And the bullet hit right on the word lucky.
It's like half an umlaut over the U.
I like it.
Cool.
I like it.
Excellent. So I go to awake Damiana. Does she has quarters, right? Like
I probably
we're gonna go
actually-
ahead and say we have tiny little, or are we just in
Well, the main crew sleeps in
I've got a hammock.
the main hold. Officers are probably two to
Okay.
a cabin, and you're on the level. You're in the aft deck on the level below
Can I
the captain's
share a
quarters.
cabin with in our game? Can I share a cabin with Elliot, or would I share a cabin with Damiana?
Either whichever you prefer.
Okay, because I'm quite attached to Elliot.
Sure.
So is that okay in our in
Yeah.
our
And you
world?
probably
I know
have
it wouldn't
quarters
really
like
be-
right next to the
Yeah. There's probably
Okay.
the
like
Killick.
kitchen crew. There's like a quarters right there because
galley.
you've got to have somebody
Oh,
awake at
true.
all times because
Okay.
of the fire.
Yeah.
So you've got to always have somebody in the kitchen who is alert because of the fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
So your quarters are near the galley.
Okay,
Yeah.
Elliot, we
So
sleep in
you're-
the same room.
Up
Yeah.
front.
We totally have pillow fights and awesome sleepovers.
Do you paint each other's fingernails?
So
Probably.
Maybe.
You're in a 4 cabin. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Probably.
I don't know that there's nail lacquer. I don't know.
Yes.
I
they're-
don't.
they're
I don't wear it. Elliot might.
I, I think Elliot wears nail lacquer,
We
but
are
I could
going
be
to
wrong.
decide what Elliot
only
does
on
with
his
his.
toes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I go to awake Damiana.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wrap on that.
I don't think there's a problem with that unless you.
No, she has no flaws related to sleep.
Okay.
Excellent.
It can be a really fun flaw to take in vampire games.
I know.
Okay? So
Right? Yeah. Okay.
What is your most prized possession?
probably my medical instruments. There's probably something in that I bought for myself. When either I stole from my father when I left, or I bought for myself out of my first set of wages.
Can you roll a notice roll for me, please?
Okay. What is my notice? My notice is a 6.
That's a 6.
Yeah, it is. It's an 11.
Is Latin one of your languages?
Should be.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's
how
right.
can
You-
she be?
you and
It's
I
like
have
you pretty much can't be educated
ridiculous
without. Yeah, Latin is
languages.
one of our languages.
Okay.
Not one of mine.
You don't remember leaving your medical instruments out on the table, arranged in the Latin symbol for the Latin letter for the end of things.
The Latin letter for what?
Omega.
That's Greek.
That's Greek. Yeah, the Greek letter for the Greek letter omega.
Okay.
I don't have Greek, but I have the feeling she would know that.
You
one
would know
specific-
Greek characters, I
Yeah,
think.
she doesn't speak Greek, but you know the characters because they get used in things.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't remember leaving your instruments out and in that pattern.
I might have left them out to dry because I had to wash them, but yeah, not
You
not it.
wash them?
If they get too
Why?
much gunk built up on them, they aren't sharp anymore.
She's also a surgeon, so
Oh,
she
that
mi-
doesn't actually
She
matter
might
at this time.
actually.
Yeah.
Well,
Germ theory of disease doesn't exist.
Yeah, but she has figured out that they cut better if they don't have that layer of gunk messing up the blade.
Yes.
It's fine. But you don't remember leaving them in this pattern.
And nothing to
And
start-
why would you have put them in this pattern in the first place?
Oh, that doesn't make sense. It's not efficient.
Obviously, the rib retractor goes over here.
I checked to make sure they're dry so that they won't get rusted and just
Everything is dry
Yeah.
and clean the way you had it. You just don't remember leaving them in this arrangement.
I will chalk that up to strangeness and just put those away because I'm fairly practical and scientific minded. I was very tired when I came in.
Sure.
And I'll just, make sure that my hair doesn't have that just fucked look when I didn't have the pleasure of doing it.
you're nothing if not honest. Right? Yeah.
And let's be honest, with the amount of noise on the ship, she probably pulled something over her head to block out the noise.
I think they're probably well, actually, I'm almost positive there is pounding and banging going on outside your head, right next door, right, because
I think
they're
there's always pounding and banging.
Did Elliot wake up for round 2?
No,
Yeah.
this is carpentry sound.
no, there's carpentry going on because your quarters are in the bow,
Ah, yeah.
and that's where they were shooting at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was in the
Yeah.
bow, so that's
Yeah.
where you would have.
She's probably pretty practiced at sleeping through some pretty awful noises.
Probably
fair.
pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if she pulls something over her head and possibly uses earplugs.
Bit-
Stuffed
wads of
cotton. Yeah.
linen or cotton in your ears. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so having awoken,
Yeah.
Damiana, you are going to see Mistress Venable. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I have not. I'm in the same shape I was in when I rolled out of wherever I rolled out of and rolled onto the ship and
Right. So
did
bedhead.
work and yeah,
I'm covered in man glitter,
exactly.
sawdust.
Yeah. No, I've heard that. I thought that was adorable. Yep.
I accuse him of making man glitter pretty regularly.
Aw.
Always-
Our garage is covered in it right now.
It's always interesting to see what tools make what kind of sawdust.
True. Okay, so we're heading across town to.
To the warehouses where Mistress
Okay.
Venable conducts business.
Excellent.
Um,
We're there.
so you arrive.
We walk in.
Yes. She looks up from what she's doing. She says, "About damn time."
We did let your man know.
Yes, he told me. Didn't he tell you this was important?
Yes, mistress, but we were seeing to the ship as well, which is, if you work for our captain, you would know. It's pretty important as well. But what can we do for you?
There are only 2 brigantines that ply the seas under the black. I'm pretty certain that the Myrmidon did not take charts of interest and letters of interest to the Spanish.
Yeah, we heard about that. Damiana was
Yes.
helping the sick, wounded, injured.
Wounded. Well, moving into sick. It
Yeah.
had been a while.
Yeah.
So,
Hope now
so
living.
what is it that you did not tell me yesterday when we were talking about your cargo?
I don't catch your drift, ma'am.
There are only 2 brigantines. The Spanish are looking for a brigantine under the black,
Okay.
and the Myrmidon did not have the charts and letters that they're looking for. It then stands to reason that you do.
Well, we did have some letters we wanted to send to the English.
That's true. Maybe they mean those letters.
The Spanish maybe didn't want them to go to the English, but we thought it might be a good idea.
I mean, there were some letters. I don't know about a chart. I'm not sure.
And you didn't see fit to tell me about this yesterday?
They were letters.
We
Mom.
should have, we
Yeah.
should have told her
They're
she might
letters.
have contacts to
A
deliver
gentleman
them.
does not read another gentleman's mail.
What would you have interest in letters for?
She might have contacts to deliver
I
them.
didn't.
Yes, with a
I
straight face.
didn't until the Spanish shot up one of our ships.
And you asked and we told you. That's.
What are these letters about?
She also fucked their captain. Would you like to know that? We could go through it.
I figured that.
I could have slit his throat. I didn't.
You didn't
I'm
carve the
actually
Z on his
thinking the
face.
next time, though, when I do the little slash, I was,
It's harder to stitch up.
the Z.
I appreciate
Yeah,
you did not
yeah.
do the Z. It's harder to stitch up.
Yeah. There are more things I could go into detail.
I'm just standing in the back picking my teeth like, this is hysterical.
What is it about these letters and these charts that's so important to them?
I
I'm quite sure that we wouldn't know, since, as I said, a gentleman does not read another gentleman's
well,
mail.
I'm
It's a good thing I'm a
barely
lady. I
literate
She gives you the
myself.
exact same, the fuck?
It's a good thing I'm a lady then. Of course I read the letters. The problem is that the Spanish want to start a war with the English. We thought we were going to send the letters to the English so that maybe the war didn't start.
I don't.
She does that for about a half hour.
Are you worried
Are you
that
developing
you're going
a
to
bit-
bring them here?
I'm worried that
The
the Spanish
Spanish.
are going to show up in our harbor. I'm worried that the Spanish are going to bring more ships, which is going to be bad for business.
That's why we want the war to not start.
And we'll be going out to sea. Give us a day. We'll be gone.
But if the letters get to the English, then the Spanish will probably back off from attacking them.
What is the importance of these? Show me these letters. Show me these charts.
I'm barely literate. I don't know.
I mean, I just,
I don't have them on me.
Are you trying to convince her that you're barely literate?
Yes, sir, ma'am, I am.
Dice down, please.
Yeah, because I.
And she is negatively disposed to believing you.
She thinks I'm a piece of
Disinclined to
crap.
acquiesce
I've
to
been
your
nothing but a
persuasion.
sassy pants to her.
Means
So
no.
she probably
No,
would.
she
She
you're,
would well
you're
believe
totally
that
you're
I
totally a
was-
sassy pants, but she does not believe for 1 second that you're illiterate.
Okay. I said I was barely literate. Not that I have like
She is
languages.
she's firmly convinced that you are smarter than you let on.
Okay.
it's a compliment, really.
Okay. I have a giant 4 in that, but I got a +2. No, I don't want the blood die. I'm going to do this guy.
The
It's
blood
as
die.
blue as the sea.
And
Okay.
and
You get a
your-
D6 as well.
Wild die.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
And then, I know, right?
Didn't I forget your wild die?
Oh, that's a 6, my friend.
That's
So
right.
I got a
Yeah,
6,
looks like it.
7, 8, because I got a +2, and a 1. I love that, but it's a 9.
Right.
So it's
And
still
that's 2 successes, which
Yeah.
is the most you can get on a persuasion roll anyway.
cool beans.
So
the raise.
that elevates her from being negatively disposed to believe this to being neutral
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
We didn't bring the letters. We didn't know why you wanted to talk to us. They're on the ship.
And these letters talk about
Attacking a British port that is not well protected,
this.
which would make the English retaliate.
Okay.
If you can get those letters delivered, that saves us the trouble of finding a messenger.
This whole business puts Tortuga at risk.
Another reason to want them to not fight.
Well, them fighting is a mixed blessing. But
More ships to raid, better armed ships.
That's always a. That's the most amazing sound. Grog. Skull glass. Grog. my friend.
All right. You made copies of the letters?
No,
Did we?
no.
I thought.
We haven't had time. Busy night,
Yes.
as you know.
Well, we had a bad copy of the letter, so we know what it said. Not a copy, fool them, but a wrote it out again.
You told her we didn't have them with us, though, right?
Right, because why would we bring them?
Right. No, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Mom, if you don't mind me asking, you have an interest in these letters?
I have an interest in keeping Tortuga safe. I have an interest in
course.
keeping the Spanish out of my harbor. I have an interest in keeping our interests profitable.
As do we. That's just.
Okay. I don't care how you do it. Keep the Spanish out of my port.
What do you know about them?
Did you hear if they took any damage in the fight? We saw what happened to the Myrmidon. I saw it up close. They'll be looking for quite a bit of new crew.
I'm sure that the Myrmidon got in their own hits. How much, I don't know.
And you know what
They-
about them?
They were able to. The Myrmidon was able to slip away.
Yes, they're in your port. What do you know of them?
The Myrmidon didn't know who the ship was. It's flying Spanish colors. It is a ship of the line. They did not see the name of the ship, and the captain did not announce who they were. They demanded that the Myrmidon surrender these letters and charts. And I suggest that you get out of port before the crew of the Myrmidon finds out that they were attacked because of you.
Certainly.
We think
I
we can
believe
leave tomorrow
that's
morning. Was
What
that
we
our
said at the
Friday?
start of the
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
So excellent suggestion.
And if you can get those letters into the hands of the English, I can bring them to you today. I'm not much help with the carpentry.
And perhaps with all your connections, you could get us some additional information about who these Spaniards are and where the ship comes from. You are well connected.
I will do you this favor.
I
May
think you
your
could
first
probably turn
child
it.
be a masculine child.
Yes. I think you could turn a reasonable profit on letters warning the English about his Spanish attack.
And we, of course, mean you no harm, nor do we need to bring harm to Tortuga. What profits you profits us.
I'm trusting you to deal with these Spaniards. Do not let them do not bring them back to our port.
Captain Black would not allow that to happen.
And we'll put out word we've let. If word spreads quickly, we've left. That would help.
Yes. And any information you can get.
Did we have a plan? Were we planning west again or east?
Whichever way the captain's cloak blows.
Maybe we can let that be known when we leave, which way we're planning to go.
Okay. I'm going to ask you for a streetwise roll.
Me?
You?
I'm like, man. Okay. Oh yeah, I got streetwise.
I mean, I've got it, but you're rolling it better than I am.
Well, we'll see. We do our best.
You've got that +2.
I do have a +2. Oh, it exploded out. I get to re-roll that because that one's a 1. Guess what? I've got bennies though. So I got a 5. But what time is it? 9:23.
9:23.
You still got bennies.
I'm gonna spend a benny. Why not? So I had a 5.
I think
see.
you did a good job trying to
Aww.
convince her.
Thank y'all. So I get another one, please. Okay.
That's explode.
Explode 6,
10,
10,
11.
11. So
Okay.
almost 2 raises, or 3, but
Well, it's 2 successes.
2 successes.
Okay.
11. It goes to
This
11,
one
and it
goes
should have went
to
to 12,
11.
but that's fine.
Turned it up to 11.
Okay. So, what information are you hoping to get from her?
I feel like it's legit that she is concerned about trouble coming into port and messing up her, business.
Mm-hmm.
But that she also is well connected. I mean, she is,
Right.
the eyes and ears and power
Right.
in
Ask
Tortuga.
me two questions.
So what does she know about more specific ship specs? Would be one. So like how well gunned are they? and-
Okay. A Spanish ship of the line
Okay.
is 4 masts,
Okay.
faster than you,
Yep.
but not as maneuverable,
Okay.
much more heavily armed and armored. Like half again your number of guns.
We have 12 guns. They have 18. I would have expected more, actually.
Okay. Okay.
Because that sounds more like just like a frigate
They're
than a
armored
ship of
and
the line.
faster? Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they
Armored
have
and faster,
they
but
have
not
more.
as
Their
maneuverable.
masts
They're
go
bigger.
higher, and like we may have 3 or 4 sails on our mast, but it may have 7.
they
They can
catch a-
spread such a sea of canvas.
Yeah.
they
to catch
catch a
so
lot
much
of
wind.
sail. They catch a lot of wind. Yes.
So I don't mind like collaborating on the second question. Like, do we want to know where they came from? Do we want to know
Probably Barcelona.
Yes.
who their
Cadiz, actually, Cadiz.
captain is? Do we want to know where they maybe frequently port, or did they just show up in the area?
Well, the common the
Where
common,
would they port?
Yes.
the common Spanish port
okay.
in this area
Is that their port?
probably.
Okay. Well, then if we knew that,
Well, we just want to confirm that they are there instead of quartered somewhere or moored somewhere
true.
else.
Where would they limp back to for repairs?
Did they go back to Havana? Did they go to Santo Domingo? Did they go to Miami? Did
They
go
probably go to Santo Domingo.
to? Okay, that's not very far away.
No, it's not.
Like Tortuga is here, Hispaniola is here. This side's Haiti. This side is
Yeah.
Dominican Republic, and here's Santo Domingo. Here's Port-au-Prince.
Right.
So it's like a couple 100 miles, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't want to swim it, but
No. Like you could swim from Tortuga to Haiti. It's not. You can see it. It's not that
Yeah.
far, but
but more importantly, Mistress Venable knows that the way tensions are running in the various ports, they would probably go back to the Spanish port rather than try to hit up.
Oh, they certainly would not go to an English port.
yeah, they wouldn't go to Port
Consider what
Royal.
they're
They
looking
wouldn't
for.
go to Port Royal or, they could go to a neutral port, but they're much more likely, if they're damaged, to go to a.
I mean, yeah.
But I'll tell you, I will give you an additional piece of information,
Cool.
okay.
because I think it's more on point with what you're actually asking
Yeah.
than with the question that you asked. I think it's more relevant to what you're looking for.
Okay.
They were last seen headed south.
Oh, all right. Alrighty.
Venezuela, maybe.
Or there's more islands.
Oh, there are a lot more islands, but
But yeah.
A lot of islands.
But Veracruz, I mean, major port.
Did you have a map? You showed us a map
I
at one point.
had a
Yeah, I
map.
have a map.
Do
Okay.
we know where that chart would lead? If it would lead us south?
The 13.
That chart we don't have?
That
Yeah.
chart you don't have with 13,
Yeah,
an
that we
archipelago of
definitely
13
don't have
islands
it.
on it that you definitely don't have?
Yeah, we
You
definitely don't have.
definitely don't have.
Definitely don't have that.
We don't have
definitely.
them.
Would that be leading us south? Would that be leading us...
Or
Would
we
you like
don't
to?
know.
Would you like to give me a seamanship roll or something like that?
You mean boating?
Boating would be good.
Okay, I can make a boating roll.
And you're making this roll at -4
Because you're not looking straight at it.
Boating, navigation.
because the chart doesn't have any reference points on it.
Oh, that's always good.
That's the best kind of chart if you're a pirate. All the
It's
good
the
ones
worst-
come that way.
It's the worst kind of chart if you're a sailor.
No,
Need
it's-
some
What
kind
were
of
you
reference.
asking, Gina?
I said boating or navigation.
Either one.
Actually, if you're on navigation, you might do better than me because I'm on boating.
Yeah, because I have something. Ah, this keeps popping.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Popping.
Yeah, if you've got navigation, you can make them all instead. Totally cool with me.
No, I
we
don't
go.
mind if you do at all. So you should totally do it. I was just asking.
That's where my dice need to go, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I told you.
Oh!
Yay.
That's an 11, so -4 would be a 7.
Okay.
Okay. Port-au-Prince.
You remember seeing on a
Okay.
chart
Cool.
in the captain's cabin. Actually, the chart is, when you saw it was not in the captain's cabin, because only Mr. Wilkins has and the captain have ever been in the captain's cabin, to your knowledge.
Right.
But it was a chart that the captain had, so you presume it's in the captain's cabin. And you remember seeing a group of islands in the shape of this archipelago.
Okay. And was it south, west?
It was, in fact, south of here.
It was south.
Well, not due south, but
Southish.
It
south.
was at a lower latitude.
If you went in a southerly bearing from approximately where you saw the Spanish man of war and the Dutch merchantman, kind of like in that area, if you headed approximately south from that, that's where this group of islands, you remember seeing them on that chart.
Mary got to help a player to help us find out where we're going. So if you want to use that for later, still though.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be a thank you very much.
Yeah. From
Who gave that?
I believe I think it was Vampire 54. Yes.
Sweet.
Nice.
Of course, we're being helped by vampires.
Of course we I have a
true.
joke for vampires.
That's
Oh
awesome.
no.
I'll save it for the end.
Yes.
Cool.
It's the best joke.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have a joke at the end too. Okay. I got a.
Okay.
Yeah,
At
I got
the
a joke
end.
for the
At the
end.
end. At the end.
So
Cool.
you're going to deliver which letters to Mistress Venable? I'm curious.
The letters that we intended to get into the hands of the English.
So the fake ones.
The wrongful ones.
I believe it was the ones that stated that the Spanish were planning to attack the location with the accurate information. Because we made
Okay.
the copy that was accurate information we were going to give to the British, and we made the copy that
True.
was, oh no, they're totally not ready, don't mess with them
Yeah.
yet, that we wanted to get into the hands of the Spanish.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So-
true.
So accurate information to the English.
Accurate information to the English. And that is the one those are the ones I will deliver to Mistress Venable.
Okay.
Because also that's information she needs to keep this port safe, really.
Sure. Fair
And
enough.
what I was going to do with the rest of my afternoon was actually see if I could talk to an officer on the Myrmidon to find out how much damage they did to the Spaniard ship. Because we're going out and we know they're out there.
Okay.
So what kind of state is that ship in? Because if like the masts were damaged, they're slower. If they've got to plug a hole so they don't sink. So I would like to try to talk to somebody there and find out how bad that damage is. on the ship.
If all they did was cut rigging, that can be spliced and fixed fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
which is another level of damage that a ship can take. It's just a matter of
Okay.
Yeah.
oh crap.
So if I can
That's not
talk
very
to
Yeah.
probably one of their officers and see if I can find out how much damage they did to the
That's why you
Spanish.
take extra rope.
Okay.
I did go over and
Sure.
save the lives of
They're
some
no,
people,
they're
so.
they're inclined to help you. I'm just trying to decide how best to decide how much they know.
That's why I'm saying officers would probably be more accurate
Sure.
than.
Okay. They believe that they damaged one of the masts, not took it down, but weakened it.
Okay.
And so they can't put full sail on it, would be the result of that. And that they may have damaged the hull.
Do we know which mast?
It doesn't really matter which mast.
Okay.
Not really.
As long as they can't fly full sails, then they're a little bit slower.
Okay. Wouldn't it matter if it was the main mast though, and they couldn't
but they
raise
still
the
have three
mainsail?
others.
They have 4 masts.
Right, but one is
Well,
the tallest and the.
on a four-master, you've got basically
You end up with 2 that
Two
are a
main.
little bit shorter, front, fore and aft, and then 2 that are taller amidships.
yeah, you have
Okay.
a foremast, a foremain, a main, and a mizzen. And each one of those could have main course.
We're going into
Yeah.
more detail
Yeah,
than
I already got
yeah.
mast
Sorry, I
schooled,
went-
so
The,
I'm
the
good.
important thing is if there was
I wasn't
actually
trying to school.
if there was actual mass damage done, then they're a little slower, but maybe not slowed enough.
Yeah.
Essentially, they have to put it in game terms, they have 2 wounds.
Okay.
They had 2 wounds.
Gotcha.
As far as they could tell,
Cool beans.
which is about the kind of shape that you guys were in.
Okay.
The Myrmidon had
Critical wounds.
3 and was in danger of sinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They,
Am I wrong to
They
think it's
limped into
weird though
port.
that the Dutch ship did not totally full on tell them who we were, who our captain was? That's odd, is it not?
Particularly since it appeared that the Dutch ship was working as an agent for the Spanish.
there is something that we're not quite considering, and that is when they limped into port and they saw our ship being roughly the same size, and they knew that they didn't have what the Spanish wanted. Maybe they were disinclined to tell us exactly what it was they told the Spanish.
They didn't necessarily know which ship I was from when I was on board that night. I didn't say. I said I was a doctor.
What was the captain's name? The Dutch captain. I don't know.
The Dutch captain?
The Dutch captain, the one that should have a Z.
The Dutch
on his
captain.
Frickin' yeah.
Oh no, he
He
had a name.
certainly
He had a
knew.
name. It was
Yeah.
It was
No,
a
that's fine.
longish
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dutch one. I don't remember.
It was a
that.
long Dutch name
don't
that
know, I
I
have a really
mispronounced
long-
badly.
Yeah, he may
Van
have.
der Zoot or something.
Vorzich.
Vorzich.
Something. It was VOORZICHTIGH something in my other words.
Can I see it?
Yeah, he may
Yeah.
have chosen not to tell them the full story.
Because there is. He certainly saw the ship.
Voorzichtigheid.
Yeah,
he
something like
saw
that.
our ship clearly. He knew quite a bit more.
The
He may,
captain
yeah.
Yep.
introduced himself,
Yes. But he also
Yes.
he also
as
knew
did
yes,
Damiana.
he also knew that we could have done quite a bit worse, and we chose not to.
It was a religious experience. I heard both of them calling for God.
And like I said, he can describe my birthmarks, but he doesn't know my name.
No, but I would assume the Spanish ship. Do we know the name of the Spanish ship?
No.
We
Nobody
didn't.
knows
We
it.
saw what it looked like, though.
You saw it from many, many miles
We saw
distant.
it on the horizon.
You saw it many, many miles distant.
And the ones that were attacked didn't manage to see the name.
Okay.
Didn't get the name of their captain.
And if they were trying to outdistance the Spaniards as much as possible, they wouldn't be in a position to have seen the name of the ship. So
True.
And
Okay.
It's usually
if
written
the
on
merman
stern.
thinks we're going to go hunting for a weakened Spanish ship of the line, let him think that we're going to go hunting.
Yeah.
Or it sounds like a lot of fun.
Bad idea is best idea. No, do not fist pound.
All right, well, that's the pounding you just turned down then.
Oh,
Headphones don't like my head.
I know mine get tangled on my knee, and then all of a sudden it's like, poo.
Oh, my ear is just
Pop
really
off.
determined to like reject them.
so
Okay.
I know that I still have repairs to make on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm. eager to get
You're
back
very
to that.
busy. You're very busy.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm. You're the ranking officer here, so Miss de Castile.
Yes, so.
I have a great amount of work left to be done.
Oh, we're done here.
Well, can I be done here? Is my question.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have gone to the other
10
ship
minutes
once you
ago.
guys had gone back to the ship.
I think you guys went back
Yeah.
to the ship a bit ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
you,
okay,
you went
alright.
back to the ship. I
We
ran
need
the
to get out of
letters.
port.
Yeah, I ran the
Yeah.
letters. I went and got the information because I'm no help with the repairs.
All right.
So, but they
You
they
fix
didn't
people,
get the
I
name of
fix
the
ships.
ship, but they got close enough to where there was an inquiry about who has a
There were-
chart.
The captain of the Spanish ship was yelling across,
Right, but they
asking for letters and charts.
They couldn't.
He
see-
had a foghorn. He had a
Were they
bullhorn.
such a? They have no spyglass. They
Well,
couldn't
yeah.
see the name of a ship.
If they're in front of it, no,
if
they
they're
can't.
bow
It's
on, they
written on-
can't because it's written on the
There's
stern.
not a figurehead. There's no other identifying mark besides
Didn't
the
say that, but
colors?
they didn't get the
I
name.
didn't say that, but they didn't get the name.
Okay.
I will go.
Can we get a
make
description
an
out of it?
Oh
inquiry.
yeah, if they can. give me
It
a
actually has a very distinctive figurehead.
There,
Because
okay.
otherwise, I'll go talk to some people and poke some wound holes.
Also, if it is a proper Spanish Navy ship,
Mm-hmm.
below the Spanish flag, it would have
be-
the Admiralty flag the Admiral's flag that it was flying of who it was flying under. So that would be another point of
Okay.
identification.
Sure.
Who the admiral is who's in charge of that ship.
Sure. It has okay. Yes, it does. It's a very identifiable flag. I don't know who the admiral was, who the Spanish admiral.
Fine, but
flag
you know
of-
heraldry.
flag of the admiral guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
so distinctive figurehead.
it has a very distinctive angel figurehead, though.
La Angel.
That's
And a admiral's flag of a rampant unicorn. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
that's highly inappropriate.
Why?
Okay.
Actually, yeah, that would make him Scottish.
So, back on the ship with as much
Yeah.
information as we can get.
I'm busying myself about whatever the carpenter tells me to do and getting us ready to make way.
Sure. You're totally doing that. You can absolutely get underway, and you sail out of port.
Get our supplies before we go.
Yeah.
We gotta-
Those are loaded.
Okay.
Those are loaded and stowed. They were that was being done already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we? Okay, south is where they went. South is where that chart's going to lead us.
East or
There.
west?
They're limping a little bit right now, but I don't know if they're limping enough that we want to risk running into them.
Is there?
They're limping like they stubbed their toe. They're not limping,
No,
They'll be a little slower, maybe.
but still
we're
probably
not going to
faster
be
than
that
us.
much faster. Do we want to avoid them completely, or do we want to just
Sail slowly.
or
We do not have
pass
to put
them?
up full sail.
We could also, if we have a rough idea of where we need to go west, go around,
That's what I'm thinking. Go around them.
So west or east, because I have no sense of geography.
Uh,
Well,
East.
west
East.
towards land, or do you want to go east out to sea more further?
East,
Because Tortuga was here.
East takes us
land
past
was
Santo Domingo.
here. Yeah,
Oh, I like west better then.
yeah.
towards land
West
and
takes
other
us
islands.
Here. I showed this to Gina, but
Yeah,
Ah, that's helpful.
yeah.
as soon as it decides to load.
Do you want to try to lift it? We'll see if it goes up in the frame.
Well, I'm
too.
going to show it to Mary first.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, I mean, I can kind of see. I have.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Oh, you have a little octopi on you. Yes, it's adorable.
I thank you.
I like it.
So, yeah, we're here.
So we're there. Oh, there we go. Words I can read.
Yeah.
So we're hanging out there, and Spanish stuff's over there. Okay, so we could go kind
Santo
of.
Domingo's over here.
So we could kind of go south of Cuba and around, which is a very roundabout route.
Yeah, we can make our way past Port Royal, which is English, and therefore not,
Actually, going near the English port is probably a good way to avoid the Spaniards.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I mean, the English are really, really rabidly anti-pirate, but
So we run up the right flag.
I thought that, and I don't know if we got anything like that, but when we, Elliot and I were in the cabin, I thought we asked for if they had anything to like letters of marque or anything like that, but did they or?
They did not.
Okay,
They did not.
then we might need to.
Well, we don't
forge
have
something.
We
like
can
that.
go further around. We don't have to go near it.
I don't know if they can see that.
But we could be ready. Yeah. That looks good.
Cool. Alrighty. So here's a question.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Can we do a combat in 15 minutes?
Yes.
It's Savage Worlds, of course we can.
Well, what's going to happen? Tell us what's going to happen first.
I think what we're going to do though is, so you're sailing, you are under sail, and as you are sailing around and sailing in the vicinity of Port Royal
Uh-huh.
to try to skirt around and avoid the
Because
Spanish.
everything else is Spanish. Yeah.
I think that Rigger, your
Yes.
who is fond of being
Lives in the crow's nest.
lives in
yeah.
the crow's nest, calls out, "Sail on the horizon!"
That's interesting with the headphones in.
It is.
Sorry,
It was appropriate.
sorry. And we're gonna stop there.
Okay.
Wait. No.
Yes. Apparently, yes.
Okay, now it's time to tell jokes.
What? Run late. Just run late, Jib. You know you want to. Yes.
Is that what the
Yeah.
the chat room is saying?
Yeah. Sail ho.
Combat does not go that fast unless we kick
Unless
ass.
we
in the
lose or win very quickly.
Which Savage World?
We could also try to outrun. So we see a sail.
You see a sail.
I would like
Can
to
we
take a
identify
look
it?
with the spyglass.
Okay.
Can we identify the sail?
Yeah.
Yea, verily,
Do
giveth me a notice roll.
Elliot is saying Elliot has emerged from his quarters, perfectly coiffed,
Perfectly coiffed.
fresh.
Looking-
Like you can even smell it. Smells like freaking old.
Lemons.
Yeah, like Old Spice.
Smells like Old Spice and
It smells like Old
unicorns.
Spice, and Old Spice doesn't even exist. And he smells amazing.
It's new
Well,
spice
yeah,
right
it's new
now.
spice right now.
Yeah, it's New Spice. New Spice.
Yeah, let's give fist bump for that one.
So we're
Yes.
gonna look. We're going to look with
Actually,
our, with
it's
our
just
notices.
Okay, yes.
And our spyglass. Do I get a plus with the spyglass?
You get to be able to see it.
In this case, it just allows you to be able to make the roll.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, that's exploding.
That's an explosion. And I have a plus on that too.
That's a 9.
So 9 plus 2 is an 11, and I have one too many bennies in my possession.
Oh,
so
darn. You're
why
going to
not?
try again?
Yeah, well, why not? I had
Sure,
an
yeah.
11. I was like one under the
yeah,
additional
okay.
raise. So why not?
It's
Yeah,
a
that's
5.
why. So, yeah, because
So
I was a
11
7.
we'll
so
keep the
take
11?
the 11. It goes to 11.
Okay. It is a British frigate.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Frigate's not horrible.
and they are heeling over because they are turning in your direction.
Do we want to outrun them, or just
Do we think
fly
we can?
casual?
Do we think we can outrun them? Just our knowledge of their ship versus our
True.
ship.
We don't currently have anything
Yeah, we have
to
no-
hide
What's
from
our
the English.
wound? What's our wound do to us? The one that we still have to, because we only stayed in port one day.
Right.
We have 2 more days of repairs. So what does that make us?
when do we
Yeah.
when do we encounter this? Is it before or after we finish the repairs?
I'm gonna say you finished one wound's worth of repairs.
Okay.
Okay, but
Let's
so we're
let's run for a day.
Okay.
Do we think we can outrun them based on what we know of their ship?
We would need to see how the dice fall.
Okay, so it's
I
going to
might
be
be
a
able to
close.
rigor for some extra sail, but
But you're doing repairs right now.
after the repairs are done.
Okay. So we're gonna do a chase.
All right.
Let's do a chase.
It's dramatic.
Chase rules.
Yep.
I actually like chase rules in Savage Worlds.
Do we traditionally fly our colors, or do we rate? That's what I thought. So we don't have the black. We're not flying the
You don't-
black.
You don't.
And I
There's
had
no
specifically
black
said if we're
jack.
going that close to the British,
Yeah.
let's see if we can fly a flag that's friendly to
You
them.
actually don't fly any flag until you see another ship.
And then you want to say howdy.
Well, because it flapping around in the breeze causes damage to the flag.
Oh, true.
So you
I've seen
don't
that in real
hang
life.
it.
And
You don't.
fabric is
Yeah.
pricey at this time.
Well, yeah, and it's not sailcloth, so I mean it's
So
not
we have
durable
no
stuff.
flag.
We
no-
could run something up.
Yeah.
So okay,
Okay.
that's fine. That's fine.
No, I was just curious.
Yeah.
So
no.
it's important.
Do we want to make this a standard length chase or an extended length chase?
What's the difference?
We need to run for a day.
Okay. Let's make it a standard length chase,
Okay.
and this will be over a period of hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's going to
So
be
the flag we could fly up since we have plague on the ship.
5.
You run bunting up to signal that.
It's 5 rounds, and
Cards.
Yep. The beautiful cards.
beautiful cards. So
Oh, this is for Miss Damiana for earlier for the whole
Birthmark.
no, it's actually for the player well, like for you telling oops, I just
Don't
smacked
do
the
that.
camera. The whole the map thing.
Right.
Not the map thing, the letters. Okay, come on, my
So
little friend.
what you're going to do is make a boating roll.
So good. Make a boating roll.
Who makes
Okay.
the boating roll?
He had us pass it around last time.
Right,
Yeah, because we did that. We rotated.
and we can do that again.
Okay.
Am I still technically involved in making repairs?
You are still involved in
So
making
I'm not
repairs.
making this boating roll then.
Okay.
Correct? Or, I mean,
Well, you
I'm
could,
otherwise
like-
occupied?
But here's the thing: isn't this how we did it last time? Where it's like you might be making a repair roll, but
I made
because
the
you're
roll from the
succeeding,
kitchen.
it's helping us, right?
Yeah, I made the
So
roll
it
from
was
the
kind
kitchen
of
at one
dramatic
point.
tasky, or no?
It's not dramatic tasky, it's a chase.
Oh,
And the chase is boating.
okay.
Okay? So who's going to make your boating roll?
Well, the first one or the only one?
Well, there's going to be 5 of them.
Okay. Well, we were sharing that kind of before by.
Why don't you start?
Yeah, why don't you
But
start?
I'll start. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Boat away.
Straighten my hat for this.
I'd
And you're at long range right now.
Okay.
straighten mine.
Away from them?
Yeah.
Okay. That was the 6.
Oh, good thing that has
so
a
I got
cap
a
on
9.
it.
I got us a 9.
Okay.
So I have no
That's
predictions
good.
on that. That's yeah.
No, a 9 is
9 is good.
a raise.
It's one raise.
Spend them. Spend those bennies.
Yeah, exactly. Get rid of them. Suck it, GM.
Oh, you gotta be careful about that.
It's like suck it, Trebek.
Uh-oh, there it is.
How many bennies did he have to use to try
4.
to catch up with us? So boom.
So what'd you get?
11.
11? Okay. That's 2 successes.
Yeah.
You get 2 cards.
That's 2 times of the 11, though. I sure would like one more.
Um,
Okay. So we've got, there we go.
The Osprey, which is the name of the frigate,
Okay.
got a 22.
He was exploding a D10.
Yeah, but like 92 bennies later, so whatever. You use all the enhancement you need. We got this.
Oh my. Oh.
It popped off again. It popped off. Oh, it's on the floor.
Just the juxtaposition of those 2 phrases back to back. You use all the advancement you need. Oh, it popped off again.
All right. Anyway, we got it.
Okay. So, what is your high card?
We have a 10.
Okay. They have a jack,
Damn them.
What jerks?
which means that
Okay.
they are have the advantage,
Okay.
and which means that they are able to attack,
They were at long range.
but they're at long range.
Somebody should chip that. Like, we should have got a Benny for my sassy talk.
It was out of character, though.
That's true.
I will totally give you a Benny for your sassy
Okay,
talk.
I'm gonna just make this okay, I'll comment
You have
on
the
it later.
edge that allows
Okay.
you to give us.
I do
pennies.
it. Thanks, Vampire 54. We chipped
Okay.
it.
So
And Elliot is shouting from the
Fighting top. Or
yeah,
something.
he's shouting, "Ha! Work!" WERK.
Werk.
Yeah,
Werk.
work.
He's not German, but you know.
No, I know.
Rude.
Yeah, I know. What's he rolling?
I don't know, but there were too many D10s for my
yeah.
comfort.
but they're not going to hit anything.
Oh, they tried to hit us. Did they gain at all with that 22-year-old?
Yeah, they're
Okay, that's what I thought. So,
they're closer,
okay.
and
Medium range or something now.
But they
yeah, they're
missed,
now
which
at
is the
medium
important
range,
part.
which is -2, but that'll be the next
Right.
Okay.
round. So make a bunny roll.
Can I pass this to somebody? Because I do think it's more fun, even though
Sure.
I'm bosun.
Sure.
Sure, make
Like-
a bunny roll.
You go ahead.
Okay.
I would like to know what are we doing though to kind of, well,
Benny that.
you got a Benny?
I will Benny that,
Yeah,
which
'cause
brings
we
my
get 3 every
which
time.
wakes up my Elan.
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn! I forgot to use Elon last time.
And you know what? Since I'm Bennying it and I'm going to give myself +2, I am also going to use the help a player to take myself up to a D8.
Nice.
So let's see if we
Go
can.
help a player.
Let's see if it likes me.
had a help player. Take me to a D10.
I know Happy Jack has like 5,000
That's a
beers. I wish I could give
so
them to people.
+2, it's an 8.
Nice, that's a raise.
Yep, that's a raise.
Thank you for the help a player. It totally helped.
That's promising.
A player.
King.
Oh, here. These are dead, but I won't give them back.
Did it do better than a king?
Yep.
Aww. Ooh, pretty.
Wait,
I mean,
why you got good cards?
It's a crappy shuffle.
Has anyone
I'm
gotten
kidding.
a
I'm
Joker?
kidding. Jeez. No, we haven't gotten a single
No,
Joker
in
yet.
3,
Well, he
4
probably
games, no
free-
Jokers.
Probably reshuffled probably between
Pulled
games.
the not he pulled the Joker too. Just saying.
No.
Because you
I,
would benefit too.
I trust the deck.
I do, and I trust your Shufflin.
Okay. They have an ace, which means that they have the advantage, and they're going to gain. They're going to close distance again, but this time they're going to fire at medium range.
Okay.
Okay. I just got
We-
done fixing this
we-
ship. Actually,
we
I'm not even
dodged.
done. I'm not even done yet.
We parry.
I don't
see a
like some
7.
of those. I don't like some of those.
I can't see
What's
it.
our ship's toughness?
You've got that on.
I don't actually. It's like 18, I think.
I do not have the.
No, I don't have the ship stuff.
So they're going to hit you twice.
Rude.
What? Damn.
Yeah, I have what our cannons are, but I don't have.
Yeah, no, I think it's 18-4.
Quickly, what is the damage on an 8-pound gun?
That I might have.
Or no, I'm sorry, on a
Wait, our
4-pound gun.
toughness is 18.
Because these are
I've got it right
forward.
now.
These are
That bottom
the
stuff
forward
there,
facing
my
guns. These are
friend.
four
Okay.
All that
pounders.
scribble-
And I
Scribbles
don't.
down there.
I don't have the damage written down.
Give
I
me a
just have
second.
what we have.
123.
I think it's 2d6.
4-pound cannon.
Yeah.
Range 4, 8, 16. Damage 2d6 plus 2.
Okay.
AP 2.
Right.
And our toughness is
Which
18.
means so.
Heavy weapon.
But for the purposes of these shots, your toughness is 16.
Okay.
Right.
Because we're down.
Right.
Okay.
No, because they have
it is
AP2.
It is AP2.
Okay.
We have 18-4.
Got it.
4 is armor.
Oh, that's what I got here with the 4 and the prince. Okay. No. Sorry, I'm putting bad juju out there for you, and it's not working.
Can I spend a penny for him to reroll?
I know.
I think you have to.
I don't have that edge.
I think we're good. I think we're good. He didn't re-roll them enough times. Maybe.
No, they would need to. They really need to bring their 8-pound guns to bear.
Yeah, those are 3d6 plus 2.
Right.
I'll track damage here.
You are not going to take any wounds.
Oh, well, then I
Or
won't
be
track it.
shaken from that.
Then I won't track it.
So, is that like they nicked us or they?
Right. They just.
But it didn't do
shot,
real
It shot
damage.
close, but it didn't do
Yeah.
damage.
So they're either in the water or they hit the.
Yeah.
Like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was
They
round
better
2.
not fucking touch the figurehead. That's
That
all I can
was-
say.
yes,
Well,
round
they're
2.
probably
Captain
aiming at
Black.
our backside.
That's true.
So.
But
So-
yeah, maybe they lobbed it, but they can't touch it.
All right, so now round 3.
That's what the
They
squadrons
can't
are
touch
for.
this.
I know.
That's what the squadrons are for.
I know.
Can't touch
The squadrons are all out there doing like.
They're doing hammer time across the
they're
deck.
worrying it up. They're like bouncing across the front, like. Except, what does Amanda sound like when it's trained to be a Duforier? What would the air
Badly.
guitar
It sounds
noise
bad.
sound like?
It sounds out of tune, which is actually normal.
That's not true.
No,
it sounds
Mando's
like,
actually staying tuned.
Okay. I need another voting roll.
yeah,
Your
My
turn.
turn?
Your
All
turn.
right.
yeah, your turn.
Unless I get a help a player, I'm rolling d8.
It's pretty good.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Do you
That's all I
want? Do
get.
you want to re-roll?
Yeah, sure, I'll reroll. I've got
Okay.
pennies.
And he aimed for the right cup.
Yes, I did. That was not as good.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, these you can't take them with you.
That's still my best so far is a 7.
Okay.
So
So that's going to be one card. They have
Are you sure you
a
want to do it
9.
one more time?
So
I get 2 cards.
you have a 4.
Son of a.
Monkey.
Flippin' hell!
Hey, you know what? His queen beat our 4. I'd rather get the queens out.
It's true.
You know,
That's
if
true.
he's gonna beat us, let him beat us by a lot.
Okay.
Because it doesn't.
That part? Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
So they're going to stay at medium range,
Okay.
and they're going to shoot again.
Wait. Whoa. Help a player, Kurt.
Oh, okay.
So
I get a little
on
token.
the moss when you get a chance. Thank you, Vampire 54.
Thank you. Being helped by vampires to get
Right?
blood tokens.
Right. And just
I
so
know.
people know, we're probably going to cycle it back to Gina and then back to me.
Yeah. Might as
Okay.
well keep the same
So,
order.
so people know if they want to throw any more of those out.
Yeah.
So they're going to hit you twice with the 4-pound guns again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I don't like those re-rolls.
I don't either.
That's better.
I can't even see it, but I'm like,
I just
They-
don't like if he's re-rolling, then it's like, uh-oh.
They got nothing.
Yes. Good.
Nice.
And if you that was the 3rd round of the chase.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys get to
5 rounds.
the 5th round through the 5th round, you escape.
Yeah.
yeah, we're escaping.
Hopefully.
Just saying.
Okay, so I need another.
Okay.
Roll.
Voting.
And at what point do we run up the Union Jack saying, "What the hell are you doing?"
Running.
Running with.
Oh. 1 and 1.
Oh, Snake
No.
Eyes.
Okay. I'm going to trade. No, you're my seaworthy one. You can do this. Come on. You're the sea. Make like the sea and roll not a 1.
Well, it
Or a
didn't
2.
roll Snake Eyes.
There we go.
Remember also
Okay.
you've got your Elan
I will
kicks
sub
in
you.
because
Oh, Elan. But
Yes.
yeah, those were pretty shitty rolls.
yeah.
But I would have got a 4 at
So
that
4
time,
is your
but
best one.
Yeah. 4 is
far-
best so far. I
He's got-
saw
He's
you.
rolled a lot.
Yeah,
there,
no, I saw you.
That's a 6.
That's an explosion.
That's a
and
10.
That's an 8 and a 10 because I got a +2 for my Elan.
Okay, so you get 2 cards.
Okay.
You're a jerk.
Freaking jerk face. Look at this.
Okay.
Would you? Well, he's got 2 8s. So
8 beats 5.
But that's actually going to move them back to long range.
Nice. Oh, stop that.
Sorry, I might have just re-aimed the camera on you. How are you
I
looking?
think I will look. I was
Just
looking
whack
at
my
a
hand
different
across it.
screen.
That was
Totally fine.
that was the boat
was
shaking.
Yeah.
That was the boat shaking
was.
from their
Yeah, we
camera.
were doing the
Star Trek thing, it's the-
where we hold and we go, everybody lean this way. We did it. Did it, R2? Everything's falling off.
You can
Stop doing that anytime.
Yeah, no, it's really annoying. I think. Anyway, and kind of rude.
Give you
'Cause-
exactly 3 years to stop doing that.
He's not a PC, and I think the PCs are supposed to be the stars.
But I'm a Mac guy.
So they're going to hit you twice with raises.
Oh, boom.
Aw.
Help a player. Mary. Run away. So we got a Mary run away from Jen Human. Good timing on that, my friend.
I will work on that.
Yeah.
Come back. Okay. That one didn't hurt us. That one might have.
No more rolling.
I couldn't see all of
He's
it.
now at -4 for his shots, though.
Oh, no, I've already made the shots.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
This
these
was
are
the damage.
Oh, okay.
What's your toughness?
18 minus
18-4.
You are shaken, sir.
Okay.
You
well,
are
the ship is
shaken.
shaking.
Does our ship get a Benny? Can I come and bond our ship for a Benny?
Well, no,
Unshaken?
because the roll is going to be made. It's a
Okay.
it's a
Which
boating
of
roll.
these is our ship? Do we have 3 wounds or 4?
Oh, that's a
You have
pretty
3.
sheet.
We have 3? Okay.
Tell me how that works then.
We don't have any, we
Wait,
just,
shake.
Well, you have 1 wound. So actually, you should have been making all these rolls at -1.
That's what I thought. So all of us, right? -1.
Yeah, every roll for the ship should be made at -1.
I don't think we ever had a one where we were like.
You had wounds from the previous combat.
No, but I mean, I don't think we had like an 8 that would have gone to a 7. Or
No, I think you're right.
I
I
might
think
be
I
wrong.
don't think it would have
Yeah.
adversely impacted anything.
Yeah.
But now you are shaken.
okay.
So we cannot act.
Can we spend a Benny to unshake?
You can
That's what
absolutely.
I will
Whoever's
totally-
going to do the
That's
next
what I was
boating
asking.
roll. I was
Oh.
getting there.
Okay.
I was getting there. Whoever's gonna do the next boating roll can spend a Benny to unshake right now,
Okay.
or you can try to unshake, which is a spirit roll.
What is the ship's spirit dice?
No, it's your spirit die.
Oh, it's my
Oh.
spirit die, which is not a bad one to use.
Mine's not great.
Since this has not come up in play, I would like a reminder on exactly how the rules work. Is it if you unshake, then you can do something next round, or
No. If
Okay.
you unshake, you
Yeah.
can act right now.
Yeah.
You know what? I will go ahead and just make the roll because I'm doing it on a D8, which is pretty solid.
Okay.
And then watch me have to spend a Benny anyway.
You got it.
Explode.
Yeah.
So I unshake with a 10.
Okay. You are unshaken and may act. So give me a boating roll.
Okay. So voting roll.
And boost it.
No. I'm going to boost it after I spend a Benny.
Right.
I have
Makes
3
sense.
Bennies
Yes.
sitting right here.
No, that you're absolutely right.
I have strategy.
Get the double boost. Yes. Is that
So
a
5. 5's not.
Oh, pair of 5s.
Yeah, I've got a pair of 5s. That's not bad, but we're gonna see if I can get something better. And so I'm gonna boost that, and so I used that for the boost.
Oh, yeah.
Let's explode.
11.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do
Is
math.
that with your Elan?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 2 successes. So you get 2 cards.
Yeah, I'll stand on that. It's like I've got 2 more Bennies to spend. I'll stand on it.
That's not horrible.
I got a face card. I got a face
The
card.
second king she's
So
got.
last time I had a king, she got an ace though. So I'm kind of like,
Oh, that's
see.
true. I've had shite cards, so.
Rude.
Right?
Rude.
Right. It's almost like, yeah.
It's almost like
It's
you have more
almost like
Bennies than
they're
us.
the English and we're not.
We have an English ship.
It's true.
We stole it fair and square. Actually, I don't know how we got our ship.
Our people are prettier. I'm pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, but I kind of take all that like
Do
average
you?
down.
Are you
yeah.
like our pretty albatross?
Your pretty albatross.
So that you like just kind of wait,
See-
you like neutralize all our
I seem to remember
gorgeousness?
the albatross was good luck till some fool shot it. Yes. Cover your shock. I read
Look
a
at
poem.
you. I'm
So
impressed.
now they are they are actually at short range,
Oh, jeez.
Rude.
and melee attacks are possible, which means that they can board.
Rude.
Okay, so they're beam to beam with us.
They're
now?
beam to beam with
And we
you.
can't take a shot at them. All we can do is boating.
Right. Not only the one.
That's
the,
also
If they're
rude.
beam to beam to us, we should be able to shoot
They
them.
can shoot at us.
well, no, we're
And they
gonna
can
we're
run
gonna
and
enter
get
melee
closer.
combat right after this.
On the plus side, if it's melee combat, they're not hurting the ship.
Oh well, no, they've already done that.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't
No.
think they did.
No, you
didn't
did
get
not
through
tell
our
us
toughness.
damage.
They haven't gotten through our tough. No, all we did was shake it, but we.
Yeah, and we got unshooken.
And you got unshook, and you're fine right now. But they're gonna they've hit you 3 times with raises.
That doesn't mean they're going to roll their damage well.
No,
It does not.
Except if.
I hexed you. It's a hex for all you.
Yeah, but when they're rolling 3d6 plus 2,
He can still roll it badly. Lord
Well,
knows
plus
I've
we
done it
still have a
enough times.
toughness he has to get through, right?
he has to get through 16.
Yeah.
Didn't. Not on any of them.
It's that.
It's called a hex.
It's that.
It was a ward.
It's that beautiful English construction.
It was an RP ward.
We'd actually
dice ward.
we'd actually be better off if it were American, but yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
has to do with material.
So they're not going to throw grapples over to try to grapple your ship
Okay.
and try to.
Have we gotten the name of the ship as they closed in?
yeah,
Yes, the
Osprey.
Osprey.
The
It's the Osprey.
Osprey. Oh, that's right.
The Osprey. So I will
Vengeful
I
bitch.
will man the taffrail and with my gaff hook.
Okay.
That'll
Who
be-
are my?
gaff hook in one hand and an axe in the other to chop grapple lines.
And when the grapples are thrown and the ship and the ships come abeam,
Uh-huh.
okay. Back in England, who was the naval officer that you offended?
Offended?
I'm using the term loosely.
Very. I don't know that I actually gave him a name. Let me check here.
Who's my berserker? Remember my dudes
Me.
from the
Otto.
first
Really
game?
Otto.
not me, actually.
Otto, and was it our gunner? Was it our?
Oh,
Was it John Smythe? Because who went
let's
across
see
the
here.
Come on. Load, you little
with
piece of-
me?
I am not sure who won. Was it Finn the Sloshed?
No.
No, Finn the Sloshed had other problems.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was John Smythe, that Cornish gunner, and
We're not
then
gunnering.
we got.
Sorry, this is very, very slow. I don't know why.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't actually have who went across.
All right, I'm going to have to
Because
give
we
him
had we had a Vinnie Jones and a,
Oh,
and a
you'll
Drax that
appreciate
went
this.
across with me.
So his name is Simon Breckenridge. He was a first lieutenant.
What did you do to him?
He disagreed with how I played cards.
Okay.
And, it didn't, as I was leaving the room, didn't look like a mortal wound, but,
Where was it? Where was this wound?
in the arm, like, here-ish.
because I'm a bad shot. Like, right around the brachial artery.
Okay.
Didn't look like a mortal wound. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe
Because-
it cost him his arm.
Right. Because as you look, you're going to chop a line, and you look across. You see Captain Breckenridge looking
Captain Breckenridge
looking across
now.
at you.
You
And
made-
we're going to stop right there.
You totally made him the man he's become,
Right?
right?
Yeah.
He had to overcome adversity.
He should be
all that
thanking me.
shit. Yeah.
He should be thanking
Well, he's
me.
going to thank you a lot.
He's going to try.
And we're going to stop right there.
All right.
So that we'll have a full contingent of 4 for the actual fight.
Jen Human said he disagreed with how Dull played cards, which is ironic because for once Dull was playing it straight. LOL.
Ish.
True.
Ish.
True.
Oh, so we have jokes.
Yeah,
Would you like
we have
Right,
jokes.
so we
You go first.
were going to do jokes.
I have a joke.
You can go first. Don't take mine.
Okay, this was from a million years ago. It was Hazelnut Mudslide sent me a joke, and I was like, we should totally do a joke of the episode from the listeners because that was hilarious. What is a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
I know the right answer, but
Don't
I'm going to
say.
say R.
Really? It'd be R. No, because they'd be loving the sea.
Their first love be the sea.
Their first love be the sea. The
Yes.
sea. The sea. I don't know which way.
All right.
This way. Yeah.
So,
Good job.
what's
So
the
yeah,
difference?
if you want to send a joke,
Here's
send
one.
a joke.
What's the difference between between the English and yogurt? Yogurt has an active culture.
That one's good too.
Was that courtesy of Peter?
No, it's not.
Okay, then we have a vampire joke for
It's
the
a
pirate
vampire
game.
joke.
Because we did have a lot of Vampire 54 help.
We did. Although I might not ever get help from Vampire 54 again for this one.
It's a risk.
What do you get when you cross a polar bear with a vampire?
I don't know, Mary.
I don't know, Mary.
What
do
do
you
you
get when you cross a vampire with a polar bear?
You get frostbite.
That's adorable. Hashtag adorbs.
Yeah,
That's the second time I've heard that in the last 24 hours, and damn if that joke never gets funny.
It's cute.
Look, I had better. I have more because
I know you do.
We did those little Christmas popper things at the
Yes.
Christmas luncheon I went to, and they
So-
had they're full of dad
On
jokes.
that note,
Yeah, Hazelnut Mudslide is apparently in the chat and declares jihad on the anti-English joke teller. Who was that? Not the polar bear girl, not the girl with the sea joke.
The Welshman?
Yeah, the pretend Welshman. And
bad
I'm all of a
Welshman.
sudden speaking weird. Yeah.
So I do have a
They're
quick
wandering
announcement.
Russian again.
I painted
Two quick
people.
announcement before we sign off for the night. If you are in the Southern California, Los Angeles, Orange County, San Diego area,
and you're not on fire.
and you're not on fire, on December 17th, that's a Sunday, December 17th from 2 to 4 p.m. Down at Muldoon's Irish Pub in Newport Beach, Sportive Tricks will be playing a free show. So call, make your reservations, and come see Sportive Tricks play our last show of 2017.
Wow,
Great.
that is super cool.
Sweet. So, thank you guys for watching
Yes, indeed.
our piratey madcap shenanigans.
yeah.
And we will be back we will be back next week.
1 week.
We will be back next week
Yeah.
for more of this.
Yeah, more pirate shenanigans. And maybe a visit by the oldest cabin boy that ever lived. Yeah, the oldest cabin boy that ever lived, but the most adorable because it's played by C.A. Dave.
So,
it's
so
the
this week
cutest.
we did participate in some shenanigans, and next week we shall shenanigan.
Excellent, but I still like the colored.
Oh, I love
bear
that look on a
joke
GM's
first.
face.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the calendar and all the awesome stuff that comes up, and we got a show on Friday.
Yeah, we got a show on
So-
Friday. Next
So we're gonna
Sunday is
music it up.
Something else.
Look
Yeah.
on the schedule.
Yeah.
Look on the
Surprise,
schedule.
there might. Yeah, we're transitioning to new shows for the new shows, new year. There you go. Yeah, so hit us some music.
We sail the seas
Bye.
from dawn till dusk with naught but death behind. We bear down, me lads, into the cove where the Spanish ne'er will find ye. In waters clear we anchor here to hide from those pursuing. When sunset falls you'll hear the calls and the sails above unfurling. Ye be listening to The Spaniard's Ghost, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play in Savage Worlds, Pirates of the Spanish Main.